All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. Today, we're here with the Cessna 208b Grand Caravan X. This one is the EX edition. They have skydiving ones, which are here, and then the couple different variants of this aircraft. Actually, there's cargo, there's passenger. There's also medical. Med is actually in the flight simulator as far as, oh wow, there's a bunch of different ones. So there's a bunch of different ones that we have. We even have a research one as well. Let's check out this and see what the liveries are. Okay, there's only one for that. The medical one, I believe it comes with multiple different liveries as well, which is pretty cool. Really unique aircraft here. It's like an air ambulance. So let's take the air ambulance up for a little bit of a test run. This is Grand Caravan. The stats on here are pretty nice. They're not bad at all. Of course, you can also change this to I believe there's Tundra. Let me just double check here. So we got the passenger version of this. We have the skydiving version. We have the cargo version. And this is also in career mode. Really functional. I noticed that most of the airplanes in career mode seem to have more functionality than the rest. This one, engines are turboprop PT or Pratt & Whitney PT6A14. The stats are cruising speed 195. Liter of fuel is 181 per hour. That's a little high, but this is a pretty high performance aircraft. This is a turboprop, so I really enjoy the turboprops because they're almost as quick as a small private jet, and they're still fun to fly. Max altitude on this, wow, we have a different one, 25,000 feet. All right, let's see what the max altitude in real life is. So I have the stats pulled up here, and it does say there is a service ceiling of 2,500 feet. Max range is 964 miles. So this seems to be accurate to the real one. So they did actually work on this aircraft, it looks like. 9 passengers, 1 crew member. The height of this aircraft is 15 feet and 5 inches. Wingspan is 52 feet and 1 inches. And the length of it is 41 feet and 7 inches. Cabin height is 4 feet and 3 inches. Cabin width is 5 feet and 2 inches. Cabin length is 16 feet and 10 inches. So relatively big aircraft, very versatile. Range of climb, 975 FPMs. Max speed is 162 knots, it says. Normal cruising speed is 140. It shows cruising speed a little higher here at cruising speed of a 195. So I don't know if that's at altitude, maybe. Economy cruise is 130 to save. That would cost per hour is $667.48 an hour. Pretty cool. Single engine operating aircraft. I think you don't only need one pilot for this. You need a landing distance of 2,655 feet. So it says here, fuel, here's the weights and balances here. Operational weights. So it says max TO weight, I guess that's takeoff, 8,750 pounds. Max landing weight is 8,500 pounds. Operational weight is 5,270. And empty weight is 4,570. Fuel capacity is 2,224 pounds of fuel. Pretty good. Payload, full fuel. I'm not sure exactly what that means. Maybe this is the full is 12,091 pounds, and max payload is 3,230 pounds. So really good stats on this aircraft. Now there is multiple different ones. Let's see, the passenger one doesn't come with too many liveries, so let's just go with the med one. This is the one most commonly used, especially in the career mode. So let's see. When it first came out, it had a lot of bugs. It had a lot of issues. But Microsoft, man, I got to give them credit. They've been doing really good. This is also a fun one, the Cessna aircraft there as well. We'll be taking a look at that probably within the next video or so. So let's just go to put us on the ground. We'll do a short field takeoff, see if it can handle it. We'll start cold and dark here. I'll show you a little around the aircraft. Inside the aircraft, we'll do a little bit of tight flight testing. I have flew this aircraft in the career mode, and also since it's been updated, I tried it out before this video started to see, and it's relatively nice, man. I notice if you do trim the aircraft on landing about 9 degrees nose down, or if you put 9 in your trim and slow the aircraft down, you should be relatively good with 30 flap, and you land about 90 to 80 knots. I mean, you want to go as slow as possible because this thing is a little top heavy. It's a little wiggly waggly on the top end of it, you know what I mean? So you want to definitely be aware of that when you're landing. It does have reverse in it, so you can go to detent and have the reversed on, but that also you got to be careful with the flaps down, because it seems like it's a little bit unstable wobbling around. So I'm gonna try to do as low airspeed as I can, like if we can land it around 55 knots or so before it stalls. We're gonna test it out. But it's a beautifully modeled aircraft, and I did notice this. Okay, so when I had it setting on the ground at one place, we had a slight wind, and actually the propeller of the aircraft was spinning very little bit slowly, which was kind of cool to see that they accurately like modeled these things. Oh, by the way, let me just show you something too on the outside here. You can open these hatches, you know, which is pretty cool. I mean, there's nothing really in them, but it does give you some information, a lot of storage units in this thing. I don't think anything else opens. I mean, there's probably a little other stuff, but I just wanted to show you that real quick before we jump inside here. So, let's see. I have the battery should be on. We have a tablet here too, if you want to go through the flight. So battery on. Then we set that to on. That's to normal. This can go on to on for the fuel pump. The avionics can come on too, because you're going to need them to see your engine parameters. Levers down. This is in idle. Check. We put that fully forward. The condition lever actually has to come to the cutoff. We don't want it on yet until we start up the aircraft. Let me remove the yoke out of the way. It's a pretty nice looking aircraft, functional. So we have the beacon light on. You don't have to turn the taxi light on just yet. Whoops, that's my bad. Alright, so we got that beacon light coming on. And there is a checklist. You go to aircraft checklist. Oops, sorry. Aircraft checklist, and you can go through everything. And this little icon goes right to where you need it, you know. So a lot of cool little features like that. Relatively easy to, you know, get this one going. And you can click on these little spots here to, you know, right here. Once you check everything, you know, remove the covers. We did that. Air vents we removed. Nose gear we checked. Main gear, flaps, blah, blah, blah. Just, you know, you want to go through it and mark it, you can. Totally up to you. But it does help before engine start off. Park and brake is set. We did see that that is checked. Cabin doors are closed. Switches are all in the, well, there's not all in the on position. We do. Alright, let's go to engine startup. Battery's on. Beacon is on. Avionics is on. Fuel pump is on. Starter. That's right here. And then we go ahead and look at the ITT. Gonna see that come on. And fuel pressure check. And then you go NG to 12%. And then you go fuel cutoff to low, which is right here. I want to just push that up. It's at 12%. Boom. There we go. Now we'll get a clean start up here. I don't know why the other avionics is not on here. ITT, let's check that. It's giving us a warning, that's fine. Starter can come back off. Fuel pump to normal. Checked. Alright. Uh-oh. I accidentally released the parking brake. Avionics is on. Navigational light is on. Okay, taxi lights on. Seatbelt signs, no smoking signs, and we are good to rock and roll, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, if you want to put a flight plan in, it does have operations for that. And there's tutorial videos on how to do that. I'm still learning how to use the Garmin G3, the 1000 here. It's not too bad. I mean, you just go to flight plan, but you still have a little bit of bugs with it, so you have to... I think it's working a lot better than before, though. So anyway, let's just do a quick flight here. We got this baby started up. This is the Cessna 208 Caravan. I think this is the B208b, if you want to get technical here. So before start, or before, let's just get rolling here. Before you take off, you want to do a notch of flaps, and you want to also put your condition lever fully forward. Whoa! And also crash the plane. Why not, right? Okay, so we're in the air. Man, how many videos have I made where I crash before I even take off? Where's the runway? Alright, we'll go back to the runway for a landing here. I'll show you how it lands, and then we'll go ahead and do a takeoff, and I'll show you that. So I'm going to trim those down about 8 to 9% here. We're gonna try to land this bad boy. Is that a landing? I don't even know. I don't even know where I'm at here. Oh yeah, okay, so it's actually behind us. I don't know why it's yelling at me for don't sink. It's a beautiful looking aircraft, that's for sure. Don't sink. I'm sorry about that noise. Let me put some power in here so it stops yelling at me. So if you pull back the power too much, it will yell at you like that. Alright, let's go ahead and try a little bit of a landing here. Flaps 30 checked. Trim's at 6. We're going to go ahead and try to land this bad boy. Then we'll show you a takeoff real quick here. I guess I got to be careful what I put myself on the runway. I always seem to crash before I even get this thing in the air. But it's relatively easy. You just have to make sure you put the condition lever up, which if you don't know what that is, that's this little red knob right there, fully forward before takeoff. In landing to you, like I'll show you right here, it's slightly top heavy. It's a beautiful aircraft to fly though. I would definitely recommend this one if you guys have not tried this one. It's really good. Better than most of them. We're gonna find out who the developer is too. I forget if it's Sobo or who makes this, but it's a great one to try out. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, consider subscribing. And smash the thumbs up if you could. It helps the channel grow. If you guys are liking these videos, and if you're not, you know, you can smash the thumbs down too, I guess. It's a free country. I appreciate the support. Alright, here we go, guys. Let's see. Let's try this out. We got flaps 30, so we got to remember that, because this plane is top heavy. You're going to keep the nose pointed slightly down. I'm going to start trimming back, pulling back power as we get over the runway, level out here. Whoa, we slammed it. I think I accidentally put it in beta. Yeah, I did. So that's one thing you want to be careful of with this plane, is reverse is easy to do here. Yeah. Definitely do not want to do what I just did. So we'll put the flaps back up, and I'll show you a takeoff here. So let me just show you what I was talking about. So if we were in the position that we were in before, this little red knob down here, you're going to put that fully forward, wait for the engine to spool up here, put one notch of flaps down. Flaps are right there. And then we're going to go ahead and power up and take off here. Release the brakes. Here we go. When airspeed's alive about 55 knots or so, we'll go ahead and start pulling back slightly. There we go. Airspeed's alive, and we're up. Very simple, very nice. It handles very well here. I like the way it handles. You definitely got to keep an eye on the speed, though, because this thing has a very powerful engine and wants to continue to go, even with those flaps and that drag. So you're going to have to definitely monitor your power on landing. Let's see if we can get one more landing. Let me just try a power on stall with this real quick. I want to see what it does. Definitely should never fly a Caravan like this. Look. Here we go. What the heck is it doing? Wow. It went all the way over. Whoa, that is not good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Are we going to recover? Oh, boy. Nope. Okay, so now we know don't do that. That is interesting behavior, right? Let's try again. Let's do power off stall and see how that reacts. Man, this thing literally will go right over with the high wing. It almost did a backflip. I wonder if we can backflip this thing. Let's try. First, I'm just going to do a power off stall, and then we'll try to backflip it. Okay, wing snapping to the left. Oh boy. Is it recoverable, though? It seems like this is more realistic. Jeez. That was scary. Alright, let's try this again. Let's see if I can do a backflip in this thing. Ready? Whoa. You can do a backflip in this thing. I wouldn't recommend it, but wow. Okay. That is pretty crazy. Alright, our first backflip in a air ambulance. Man, if you need an air ambulance, don't call me. You'll probably be worse off when you start it. Alright, here we go. We're going to do a landing and we'll wrap this video up. But I would recommend this aircraft. Definitely a fun one to fly. This is the deluxe version package that I have. I'm going to continue to do a series of all the single engine aircrafts in it. I think I have close to, I think there's almost like 30 different planes in here right now. Let me get these flaps down. I don't even know if we're going to be able to do this landing. This is one heck of a landing, I'll tell you that. Okay, here we go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's see if we can do it. Ready? Whoa. Man, it's a little bit rough on that. I think we could do it. Oh, a little rough. Put those flaps up. But anyway. That is the air ambulance, a beautiful aircraft. Let's go ahead and put the brake on here. And turn this bad boy off. It's very nice animation. Very, very nice. Inside and out, the animation is great for the propeller. I like that. Now, let's just check one last thing, what it looks like at night. Not bad. It's not bad looking even at night. Oh, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what your thoughts are on the air ambulance and the Cessna Caravan here. It's a beautiful aircraft. I like the way it flies. Definitely, we put it through some tests there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Consider subscribing. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.